Hello and welcome to Brew Babes podcast. I am your host, Sassy Cider Chick, also known as Danielle Snicker. I don't know why that is all of a sudden backwards every time, but it is. With me today in studio, I'm going to go in a little different order. In studio is the girl that keeps us grounded and who had an amazing event this week that I can't wait to talk about. My beer soul sister, Taylor Woods. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm really glad to be here and chat with you all. And yeah, it was a great weekend and just another great week coming up.
Awesome. I'm so excited. I actually did go, so I can't wait to talk about that because that was a great event. And coming in at a brewery near you, I don't have my glasses on and the actual screen is too far away. So normally I would be able to tell where you are, but today I cannot. It is Beer Life Mate Kat Jones. How are you doing?
Hey, babies. I'm doing great. I am at Gulfport today, sitting in the shade because it's a lovely sunny day in St. Petersburg. So, a little hot out here. Try not to sweat too much on camera.
It is funny because even with my blurry vision and not being able to see, I was going to guess Gulfport, but I was like, I don't know. There's a couple other breweries that have outdoor areas and mine's too blurry to know which one. But yes, I know Gulfport well enough to even in my bad vision, I would have guessed that. But I am so glad to hear from you both. Now, normally we do go a lot about, oh, what'd you guys do? What news? What's going on? But I have to tell you, Kat, you did not get to go, of course, because it was super, super far from you. But I went from Dunedin and went straight over to Brooksville on Sunday, which was an hour and a half drive. So it would have been much longer for you.
Would have been.
And I totally understand why you could not have made that drive, but I did make that drive. And you would have been so proud of our girl. This
I am so
event
proud of
had
our
so many
girl.
people. Yeah. This event had so many people. I had to park on another street and down the block. I was probably like a quarter mile away from the actual place. And there was a fire truck. There was people everywhere. It was such a great event. And to see, and Taylor was in her little hot dog costume, which was amazing. But I really, because I know you're on like that post event high.
Yeah, or the little crash after the high.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Been there,
honestly,
done that.
tell us about Glizzfest.
Yeah, right. It was amazing. So yeah, like I said in previous event or podcasts, like we had a hot dog eating contest. That was very entertaining. There's a lot of people crashed trying to drive by and watch it. The guy who won ate like 5 hot dogs in 3.5 minutes. So good for him. He won $500 in this weird little trophy. And then we had a dunk tank. I got dunked. That was awesome and refreshing and needed a little soggy hot dog. And then we had amazing raffles and amazing vendors. We raised over $700 to Wounded Warrior Project, and it was an awesome, just crazy time. I had a lot of great support. It was the biggest event that I've had a lot of people I knew. Like my Pasco, Pinella's homies came and supported and volunteered. So yeah, it was really amazing. I loved it. Yeah.
There were people everywhere, Kat. Seriously, like you wouldn't even believe this crowd. And don't get me wrong, we had a fantastic launch party in January.
We did.
So we had this great launch party with people everywhere.
Kind of inspo on to how to like give everything the decorations and those little finishing touches on it all.
Yeah, but it was so amazing to see. I wish you could have been there with me, but yeah, for sure. Like definitely what a great event. And what did you have going on? Anything big that you had going on this weekend with the 4th of July weekend?
Oh yeah, I forgot it was 4th of July.
It was 4th of July, right? I mean, it's crazy, but I've actually been doing the sales thing, so I didn't have too many like crazy things going on. I hung out at Lucan's Dunedin on Friday night and sold some 4-packs to everybody getting ready for their beautiful festivities over the weekend. And then I came down here and watched the fireworks with my crew. So pretty chill. In the industry that we're in, we don't typically get holidays off. So I felt kind of guilty, like not having plans or not like, going over to somebody's house or like the whole day or like spending time with family and stuff. But genuinely, it was just really relaxing to like chill by the pool and have a beer and come down and watch the fireworks with my team. It was awesome. They had a really cool band playing Beach Terror and North Star. So 2 of my favorites locally here in St. Pete.
Yeah.
It was nice. Honestly, just relax a little bit for a change. Which is much needed going into the upcoming weeks of my life and scheduling and festivals and all of that. So kind of a treat. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry I missed it, Taya.
No, you were
I
there
can
in
just see
spirit.
on your face that you had such a good time, so I love that.
It
No,
was
it was
good.
so good. And I did some video for her and put a little compilation together for her and stuff.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you so much for that.
it was a lot of fun. I hit breweries, I think 15, 16, and 17 this past weekend.
You go,
I'm
girl.
now counting.
I love that.
So
What's the goal?
the goal is to hit every brewery in the Tampa Bay area by the end of summer. So by Labor Day.
How many breweries are there in the Tampa Bay area?
64.
64. Okay.
Yeah. Now,
All
don't get
right.
me wrong, there's more like some breweries have multiple locations and like there's some breweries that are actually based in another city but they have a Tampa and I'm not doing that. So
One location, one like
that you're
true Florida.
your Tampa Bay area. So
Okay.
like Ology is based in Tallahassee, but they have a Tampa tap room. When I go to Tallahassee, I'll visit Ology in Tallahassee because that's where they're based out of. Same thing
Okay.
with like Motorworks. Motorworks has a Tampa location, but I'll visit them when I go to Bradenton. So there's more breweries, but I mean like Tampa Bay. You started in Tampa, you're still in Tampa.
Core.
64.
Okay.
I'm on 17.
I like it.
So that's 15, 16, and 17.
Man, if only there was a passport where you could track all that stuff.
I know. Especially if it could be like on my phone, like an app, so
Soon.
obviously we're hinting at things that we can't talk about just yet, but are coming really soon. But yeah, so I hit 15, 16, and 17, which I did say fairly local. I went to Craft Life. I went to Escape, the collective at Escape.
Yeah.
And
Love
then,
them.
yes, and then Ozona Brewing. And
nice.
yeah, and so it was a lot of fun. I did change up how I do the videos because at first I was just like doing a voiceover of like, oh, look at how cool this place is. Now I'm actually like, hey, I'm at number 15.
I like it.
Cool.
And I've been ordering I literally go to the bar and say, what's your most popular beer? And they tell me and they're like, and I've had a couple people go, well, what do you like? I like it all. What's your most popular beer? I will drink it. And then
Careful, you might end up with a lager.
I know.
Very likely.
That is my concern. At some point that's going to happen to me and I'm going to be like, but I do a little video where I do kind of describe the notes that I'm getting from the beer and like telling people about it and some of the other ones. So if you want to know what's going on at all the breweries in Tampa Bay and you want to know what their most popular beer is and what I think about it, because you may think something completely different, but what I think it tastes like, then follow me on Sassy Cider Chicken. I'm doing that, and so that's been really fun.
Saga.
Yeah, and I'm taking a break to do the Jacksonville ones when we go to Jacksonville at conference, and I'm taking a break to do Tallahassee when we go to Tallahassee in August. So yeah, there's gonna be just drinking a lot of beer. Basically, I don't work over the summer and I just drink beer. That's
Summer vibes.
pretty much my
Like a hot girl summer to me.
I love
all
that.
day
Yeah,
long.
that is hot girl summer.
Beer babe summer. Beer babe
Yeah.
summer.
So, I'm living my best life over the summer and drinking beer and telling you if you'd like to come along with me virtually, then you can do that. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun and I've been able to talk to a lot of people and that's been fun. I end up, because I have the cameras out, talking to more beer enthusiasts than I do the people behind, because people are busy. Like I do try to go at times that are the least busy for the breweries. So if you open at 3, I try to be there at like 3:30. Like I don't want to be there for your crowd. I don't need that. You don't need me with a camera out doing that. So I try to be respectful of that. But they're still busy. So a lot of times I don't get to talk to the people that work there. Sometimes I do. But I do get to talk to a lot of beer enthusiasts because they're like, why are you filming? And I'm like, well, actually. So it's super fun. I always love connecting with people, enthusiasts, the beer people at the breweries. That's always like where my happy place is. So I've been able to do that this summer and it's been super fun. But speaking of summer, I would like to know we know that the brewery industry in and of itself is not as busy as it used to be, depending on what study you're looking at.
It's slow season.
And
In Florida,
right,
it is slow season.
Right. This is summer. So this is the time of the year where this isn't a brewery thing. This is a restaurant thing. This is your local everything. Anything that you do for entertainment that's a luxury is slower right now. Everything is. And I've been in food and beverage since I was a teenager. I remember horrible summers. We had a family business for 35 years, so I know what summers look like on the food and on the restaurant side. So I know how hard it is. But if you had to give, I want to do this two ways. Your best advice to breweries right now and your best advice to people who enjoy going to breweries. So I am going to start with you, Kat. What would be your best advice for breweries and then your best advice for people who go to craft breweries?
My best advice for breweries during the slow times, the doldrums of summer, as we call it, I would say just get involved in things that you've been wanting to get your to-do list checked off. So things that you've been wanting to do, maybe that you've just been procrastinating on, or just have been too busy through season to do that. Like now's the time to do that. And yeah, you could call that like cleaning or something, but for me, it's more like passion projects about how you've been wanting to get involved with your
Mm.
community. And when you find a new group of humans, I mean, any brewery owner, any restaurant owner, anybody in this industry, they're trying to figure out how do you get my boss called them butts and buckets, but butts and seats. Reach out to a new reach out to a new group that you haven't had before. So we just got the volleyball courts back over here. So we're reaching out to the volleyball team, say, hey, whatever, come in and have a meeting. We have a very strong community here in town. So we just had like a real estate group come in and things like that. So that's one way to get like new people. But even if you've just been like maybe not as active on your marketing or maybe not as active, you've been wanting to do a mug club and you haven't figured that out yet. Like now's the time to start those things so that when season does come back, because it will, it always does. It's like a little boomerang. You'll be ready. You'll be ready for that when that happens. And so yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing now with the whole breakfast thing, which has actually been popping off. Them Friday goes so good.
It has been, I watch
That's
your
really
guys'
good.
social media and and what happens because I watch every brewery social media in Tampa, but I have seen so many good comments. Like
We know.
people literally are commenting how
Yeah,
good it is.
it's
Like
been fun.
I'm seeing it from my side, which and I did when I was there, I had the coffee. So it is actually very, very
I
good
need to get out
coffee.
there.
Oh yeah, the coffee was very,
Yeah,
very good.
it's a local business, and that's another thing too, right? Like we're working with other local businesses, so it's actually a local coffee company here in St. Pete called Black Crow Coffee. And they've been a staple in St. Pete for over a decade. It's really good. It's very strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say for like just do something that you've been wanting to do or like get your team, like trust your team enough to like hand them projects that you've been wanting to do because they want to continue to work for you. They want to keep their hours. They want to stay busy, so like that's why I've been full force like sales things all pretty much all month long. It's now is the time for us to get organized and ready and establish those accounts and tap handles so that when the people do come back, they're staying away with the heat right now. They're ready for us. Was
Yeah.
that a two-part question? What was the second part?
The second
People
part is people.
show up. Easy.
Simple.
That was yeah.
No, I mean like
I
support
mean,
your
I knew
breweries in every
yeah.
way that you can. Buy their merch. Take home a 4-pack. Like even if you just go and if you're not drinking or you're taking a break or whatever, like recommend your stuff. The easiest thing you can do, it's free, is if you love a place, write a review
Yes.
and tell everybody how much you love that place. And because you have no idea in the age of internet, the more good reviews we have online.
Yes. Taylor, your best advice for breweries right now.
The best advice, a lot of what Kat said, I agree with. Like, use this downtime as an opportunity to brainstorm because as soon as season starts and you've got plans for like 2027, it's going to be here before you know it. Like,
Oh
so if you
yeah.
want to get that mug club going, start planning it now, start marketing it as soon as like October hits. And then
Yeah.
by January 1st, you'll have a solid system. I think that's one thing. Do all your planning, your passion project. But also, I think like ask your employees what they want to run, or even ask your customers what would you want? Because like
Yeah.
use your space as an air conditioning community center for people to escape the heat and have something good to drink and hang out with their friends. Because that's really what everyone wants to do in the summer
Right.
anyway. So utilize the space you're already paying for to invite everyone in. Because the cool thing about breweries is other than bars is like people become friends
Yes.
in community, in
Yes.
breweries. And it happens just by you're sitting near each other and there's something going on and you make a conversation. So just have more random things that people like ask them, what would you like to do? Is it something simple like a craft or a puzzle night? Do you want a little open mic night going on? Like just ask your customers who are your brewery family, like what they want and give that to them. It doesn't have to be big and elaborate and spend all kinds of money. Just
Yeah.
like give them a space to hang out and things that they want to do. And if you have a creative idea, have fun with it. And then I'd say on the other side of that for the customers, it's really that simple. Like communicate to your brewery, I'd like to do this. I want to support you all. Talk to the people behind the bar because they want you to come in because it gets more money in their
Yeah.
pockets. It's like a whole symbiotic relationship we all have got going on in this. And I think community and communication are kind of the
Mhm.
key components in it all in every direction.
I agree with everything you guys are saying. I think summer is the way to ramp up to the season. So I think that this is the time, and this is where I don't differ, but I do. Any event that you are going to be, "Oh, I'm going to start this after the summer when everybody's here." Start it now.
Yeah.
Start it now because this is the time to work out all the bugs. Maybe only 5 people show up because they're your locals and they're your people and they're going to come in. They were going to come in regardless, but now you have this event. Maybe it doesn't bring in any extra people. But what it does is it those people are going to be very
Like beta
yeah,
testing it on
it's
them.
like the
Yeah.
beta testing. You go, "Hey, I don't know if this event is going to work. But let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see if music bingo is something that we can learn how to have fun with. Let's see if this type of trivia is something we can learn to have fun with. Or maybe maybe you have dartboards and you're like, I'm going to start dart tournaments.
Yeah.
So let's see, how does a tournament work? How does it run? Maybe it's cornhole. Maybe it's something that like other places aren't doing, but it's something that you were like, I do want to try this down
Yeah.
the road. I think if you're waiting on anything, and I say this, obviously, I'm a marketing person. So I'm like, if you're waiting on your marketing, if you're waiting to hire a marketer, but no, it goes so far beyond that. If you're in the summer going, well, I really don't have the resources to do this. I really don't have resources to, I really don't have, now is the time to do it because your marketing plan takes 3 to 6 months to start working.
Mm.
Your events, especially the ones that are going to be weekly or monthly or bi-weekly, anything that's going to be recurring, take 3 to 4 to 5 cycles before they start becoming good, before you even know how to run them well.
Right. You have enough data to even assess if it's good or not.
Right. So now is the time to do it. Does that suck for your wallet sometimes because it does cost a little extra to hire a marketer or something like that? Yeah, it is. Does it take a lot more extra time if you're not going with something that costs money like a marketing company? But doing events that are free and stuff like that. Yeah, it does take a lot more time. But this is the time to start it now because anything you do, even if it's your marketing in house, takes 3 to 6 months or what we call 3 to 6 cycles. So if it's a weekly event, it's going to take 3 to 6 weeks.
Right.
It's 3 to 6 cycles of whatever you're doing. In marketing, it's 3 to 6 months because again, I say this all the time, rule of 7, someone has to see you at least 7 times before they take a look. And that's for them to take a look.
Right.
That's not if you reach someone 7 times, they will buy or they will
You
come
just have
in.
to keep on having them. Like the
Yes.
repetition is key. Yeah.
There is never too much marketing. If you look at because the only one seeing it in real time is you. So it's annoying to you because you're the one on the page every single day. But I'm not on your page every day. You're not on their page every day. You're not seeing it as annoying because you're seeing it as one part of everything else that comes through your social media or your digital ads or Google or anything. You are seeing it in conjunction with everybody else. The only one who is seeing it in a vacuum under a microscope is the person doing it.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So you're annoyed by it. Listen,
I'm annoyed by myself all the time.
I am so annoyed with my own videos. I have to record them and then I have to edit them and then I have to I have to make sure that there's a little blurb that goes with it. So I have to listen to it again. I am so sick of hearing my own voice.
By the time you've posted it, you're like, all right, I'm ready to delete this thing.
Like this whole thing is dumb. I am annoyed. I'm annoyed by the marketing. I am annoyed by my own marketing. You know who isn't? Anyone else following us.
Right.
You know why they're not annoyed? Because they're not seeing it 17 times today. I saw it 17 times today. So if you're like, well, how much is too much? There is never too much. And I always put this in the aspect of because we're all on social media and we all get it. The games on your that you can download on your phone.
Uh-huh.
How often
Oh
do you get an
gosh, yeah, we've
advertisement for
talked
the
about
game,
this
right?
before.
Not only are you getting the advertisement for the game, but every time there's an advertisement, it's the same game over and over and over and over again.
And then eventually you download that
And
dang
eventually you download the
game.
game. You know why? Because it works. There's never enough marketing. Nobody, including me. I'm sick of seeing my stuff, but I don't market enough. I don't market the podcast enough. Not really. Everybody, there's always, I could put out more. I should put out more. Kat is back.
Welcome back.
And we had a little,
Hey guys, so I have a new rule. I'm not allowed to do podcasts outside in the Florida heat anymore.
Okay.
because your phone overheated. Yeah, that was the one thing I was worried about. But but yeah, so I will tell you, if you are a brewery that's like, "Oh, but I don't want to be on video too much." There is no too much. I don't want to put this out too much. There is no too much. There is no such thing as too much.
And have fun with it. Like, I've seen Broad
Yes.
Street's new marketing. I don't know
Oh,
if they're having
yeah.
a blast with
Brighter
all the,
Days.
just
Oh my
be
gosh.
silly with it.
Someone needs to take Brighter Days AI away because they made themselves lobsters, which is like so. And don't get me wrong, I say that as a joke. Like that's fun. It's fun. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's commenting on it. You know, because that is it's fun. And I did a video about this, stop making your social media a bulletin board. It is not a bulletin board. That's not what it's meant to do. Your social media is meant to connect. If you're not connecting with people and your flyer for your events don't connect. I mean, show who you are, who your brewery is, why you're so fun, why people should go there. I don't hire me, don't hire me. I don't care. Just make a video. Seriously.
I think what we care more about
and this is what I'm
to
going to
see
say.
you continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry,
and again,
microwave.
you know what? If you
like
need help with
we just
events,
want
call me.
you to thrive.
Yes. If you need events that you just don't know what to do, email me. I mean, seriously, I give free advice to everybody all day long. Some people take it, some people don't. And I don't care. But at the end of the day, whatever that you think you're waiting for to wait till the fall, you are going to be too late. And I'm not going to say you're not going to be successful in the fall, because everybody's going to be successful in the fall, because everybody's coming here and they're all going to be wanting to spend money because they've been stuck in the heat and inside their houses. And now they're in Florida and it's going to be winter and beautiful. So yeah, everybody's going to be successful, but you could be so much more successful if you started it today, because everything takes cycles upon cycles before they're successful. So if you're not starting those cycles now over the summer, who cares if nobody shows up to your new trivia, your Family Feud style trivia? Like, who cares if nobody, you're going to get the same amount of people no matter what, but at least you're getting that cycle of getting the word out there that every Tuesday is Family Feud style trivia. Just do it. Just get out there and start doing it, because there are people closing and there's more. I've had a couple announcements. We've seen a couple announcements this week. Some of them are breweries, some of them are restaurants and things that I know. And that isn't, I can tell you on each one why they're closing. And some of it is just, listen, they've been in business for 50 years and the people that own it want to retire and the kids don't want to take over. And that just happens. That's what happened to my family restaurant. It was just, they wanted to retire. We didn't want it. So, and that's just what happens. But there's a lot of places that were in bad locations that didn't market through the bad location, or already had something going against them. And instead of working harder to market through that, they just went like, well, we'll just make a better product and everybody will come in because it's a better product. That's not how that works. Because you can have, I always say, it's like, like they have that saying is, if a tree falls in the woods, did it really happen? If you make the best beer in Florida and tell absolutely no one, did it even happen?
That reminds me of that commercial from like years ago. That was like a Facebook ad. I don't know if you remember this, but I'm just like a little commercial buff. And it was like this little cute little old lady, and she's got all these pictures and she puts them on her wall.
Yes.
And she's like, look at my wall. It's full of my photos. And the kid is like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know. I mean, maybe that's bad marketing if you don't remember what the commercial was for, but I think it was for Facebook.
I do. But that was something that held on, right? And that was years ago. I remember it. Like, we all remember that commercial. Just like, there's things that hold on. As much as I'm like, someone take your AI away, Eric, because you guys are lobsters and that's crazy. But everybody commented.
No, I love it.
It worked. I love it.
Me dancing as a hot dog was great. The work absurd, but
there's a little bit of a shock factor there, right? Like you have to do something so crazy to get somebody's attention. And I think maybe that's why a lot of brewery owners don't do crazy stuff, is because they don't want to A, be known for that, or B, like they're too shy about it or something. But you have to find like your brewery's voice, I think, is so important for, and you can put that voice into AI.
Yeah.
But AI, as AI continues to grow, we have to remember that AI is a tool in our toolbox.
It is not.
It's not the solution. It is not the toolbox. It is not the engine that's running. The engine that's running is your business.
Yeah.
And you're continuously, fixing your engine constantly, or hiring the right mechanic to help you in things that you don't know how to do. And AI is just a tool in that toolbox to help grow your business. And not using it is fine if you're old school and you don't want to do that, but not improving the things that are continuing to help your business grow, like marketing, not hiring someone who knows how to do it and then trying to do it the way you've always done it, is not going to work. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's my 2 cents. Spend them where you want to.
Yeah, I've been in a little bit of a tear. If anyone has seen my videos, I've gotten a little more tough love than normally. I'm like, hey, this is what we do, guys, and it's so
tough
great.
love?
And I've just been like, what are you people doing? So obviously, but I say it like it's tough love, but it's more love than tough. Because I don't say it because it's like, oh, I want to, because obviously, I own a marketing company.
But it's want to shake people sometimes.
I want to shake people because it's like, I would literally give you all the advice for free if you would just do it. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me getting new clients. I can only take 5 clients, by the way. So when I say like, I own a marketing company, hire me, like literally 5 of you. I can only even deal with 5 people. So I am not even saying this as a commercial for myself, because I can barely take anyone that's listening. Because I can't take that many clients because I give them my full attention. I am saying this because I want to see breweries succeed. I want to see a brewery who does maybe get a cheaper rent, but is not in the best location. I still want to see them succeed. And to succeed, you have to market over and above the handicap you have from your location. And that's the same thing with everything else. Maybe it's just, your mom behind the bar because you can't afford employees, which I'm not saying don't do that. Put mama behind the bar. Listen, if my kids open a brewery, you know who's going to be behind the bar? Me. You know what I'm going to do if they open something else?
I can think of a couple of moms in this industry who I absolutely adore. Cheers to you, Flip.
Exactly. But listen, if your mama doesn't know anything about beer, but she's the one that you've got and she's free and she's accessible and she'll work your bar, have her work your bar. But market past that. Market past that. Market to the point where mama can't keep up anymore.
Yeah.
And I want to see that. I want to see that for everyone, not just the 5 clients that I work with, everyone. There's 64 breweries in Tampa Bay. I want to see all 64 here next year when we're doing the same episode about what to do over the summer. I want to see the whole 396 in Florida when we're doing the same episode next summer, because I want to see them all survive. And
I want to see more. I would like to see more. Let's go past it. Let's get past 400, y'all.
Listen, and it's why I want to be involved with something like Tampa Bay Beer Week and Pink Boot Society, and I want to give my time to that, because not only do I want to see every brewery still be here next year, I want to see brewery culture that more people know about. I want to see more breweries be able to open because there's more enthusiasts, because we're out there saying, look at how great freaking beer is. I
want to see more restaurants support local craft beer too. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Absolutely.
Not just mine, everybody's. Rising tides.
I want to go to my favorite restaurant and see all of my favorite beers. And that's a
preach, girl.
Story for a different day of why that doesn't happen. This is something I actually talked to a customer who came in on Sunday about this, about why we don't see it as much. But honestly, if you have a local restaurant that is actually getting from small distributors that are carrying these small brands, like Gulfport or Southern Lights, or Hippie Chica is in distribution, small distribution from Liquid Garage. If you're seeing those places and those restaurants are taking a stand and putting those on a tap, which by the way is not easy for them to do, it is a risk for them to do it. And so if you see a restaurant with Hippie Oasis or Hippie Chick or Southern Lights, I think they have Tall Boy in distribution, or Mexican Candy from Unrefined, go to that restaurant often. Go there often.
Buy that beer.
Yeah, because they put their neck on the line to support a local brewery and a local distributor. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other great ones in distribution, like Reef Donkey, which of course I swear to God I talk about Reef Donkey.
Waiting. I was like, maybe in the 5 minutes that I was off of the call, you guys did already bring up Reef Donkey.
I say the words Reef Donkey more than people who work at Tampa Bay Brewing say the words Reef Donkey.
We're the cheerleaders of the donkey.
I am the head cheerleader of Reef Donkey.
I'll fight you on that, Danielle. I'll fight you all day. That's my top fan title, and I want it.
I love it. I love that beer. The other West Coast from Escape is all over the place. Also from Escape, which I did find on a tap somewhere, is the brown chicken brown cow.
Yeah.
Love that beer. But anyways, I say this for craft beer enthusiasts that I know love the industry as much as we do. Not only should you go to your craft breweries, because obviously that's what we're going to say. Go to your craft breweries, buy a beer. You know what else is free if you are also feeling the pinch in the summer because your business goes down? You know what is completely free? Liking all of their posts on social media, commenting on all their posts on social media, sharing all their posts on social media, because that brings up their engagement, which makes them higher in the algorithm, and people who don't like that page are now going to see it. That's completely free. Tell your friends to go out to those places. Tell your friends that are like, oh, I'm having a birthday party because my son is turning 28. You know what? Hey, why don't you do it at the local brewery? Right. They do events. Like
the local breweries need that type of thing. Like they need that party too. And they just want to include, like you can go it's your birthday. You can go anywhere. Right? You can do whatever the heck you want. Happy early birthday, Taylor, by the way.
Thank you.
You can do whatever you want to do to celebrate your day. You could go anywhere, and you choose to come here. That's a huge deal.
Do you know the things that I have done for people that have decided to have their event at the brewery that I'm working at? Literally,
tell us.
Like a small wedding party that was it was literally going to be 8 people. I had like a tray of hors d'oeuvres out for them. I had the place decorated for them. You chose us.
Yeah, we care.
And unfortunately, when Danielle was working.
Yes.
So you got the extra works of it all.
I'm at Unrefined on Sundays if you want to have an event. But it is those things where because someone is behind the bar, they actually are so happy to have you that they go the extra mile to make your day special, because that's on them to be like, wow, you chose me for your special day, and you could have gone anywhere, any restaurant, any bar, anywhere. You could have gone to someone's house. You could have been in someone's pool and it's 3 million degrees outside, but you chose me. And so, they do tend to go over and above. I know lots of people who do that. So if you're a craft beer enthusiast, there's lots of free ways besides going out and buying more beer, because I know some people do like Sober Summer and all of that, which I don't.
There's also NAs at all these places.
Yes,
too.
There is NAs at all of these places. Great mocktails, by the way. Everybody is starting to get into the mocktail and the NA. They may not be making them themselves, which again, that's something if you're a client of mine, only 5, we'll talk about. But if you want advice, I'll give you the advice for free. Start making your own NAs and mocktails.
Did I tell you guys I went to PAW the other day? And it was a couple weeks ago now, but I have no concept of time. But I went to PAW and they have a NA seltzer on tap. Did I tell you guys this?
Awesome.
No, I forget who I was talking to. And I was like, NA seltzer on tap. And they're like, yeah, we've got all these syrups. So you can just pick what flavor you want. I was like, that's so cool. And I was like, what goes into an NA seltzer? And they're like, carbonation.
Yeah, it's carbonated water.
I'm like, it's just carbonated water on tap. I'm like, that's fucking rad.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know how easy that is? They're carbonating other stuff.
So yummy, because it's RO water. I'm just a beer nerd, but it's way better than anything you could get out of a can. So we have cans here of our favorite Liquid Death, and they're delicious. Don't get me wrong, but
so much
that's brilliant, right?
Great.
Grand Central has one too with the little squirt C's, but I was just like, that's fucking awesome.
Right.
I love it so much.
It's literally RO water that you carbonate, and then you can have any flavor, and so these are super simple things. What way to advertise over the summer is that we have NA seltzers in pretty much any flavor you want, and there's so many different ways to kind of like beat the heat. I think every brewery should be right now, their advertising should be beat the heat. We have AC. If you're not talking about how great your AC is, like you're missing out. It is 4 million degrees outside at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it only gets hotter throughout the day. So like your whole every video you should start with is, oh, it's so cold in here. That's what I would be doing.
Great marketing.
I would be like, oh, I almost need a jacket.
What's like the coldest, maybe both of you guys let me know, what do you think the coldest brewery is in Tampa Bay? Like to just, I don't know, just to hang out, like their ACs just below it.
I will say Commerce Brewing in Largo is cold. And
and that's the one
I still fill in for them. And when I would go in there, because they have these enormous fans up in the ceiling, but they also, and God love them, like I have never heard one word about like, oh, watch the AC because of the electric bill. They're like, it's so hot outside. Can we just lower? This is the managers. They're like, lower the AC. Like it is so cold that I could wear long sleeves in there, like in June, and I would still feel okay.
What do you think, Taylor? You got a little cold spot somewhere?
I don't know. I run hot almost everywhere, so I haven't been to.
Oh, you got to go to Commerce.
But I think this was in a conversation at the bar over the weekend, so I'm just trying to remember what other people were saying. Like it was definitely a conversation that happened on like Friday or Saturday. I don't have a place that comes to mind. What's your
coldest place over there?
I think it's probably either Golden Isles or
that one was cold too.
Maybe Green Bench is always freezing, which I'm like, how? Because they're so connected, like the front door and whatever. But like literally Green Bench, I always have to like go get my jack, especially at Webb's. Webb City. That's my answer. Never mind. I changed my answer. It's Webb's. That's the coldest.
I will say you have to come out. I don't know how Commerce is. I haven't been there in a few weeks, but I would say that Commerce and Webb's could probably have a competition. They'd be pretty close in the competition because I have been to both and I know what you're saying. In this area,
next time I'm there. How cold is it?
It is.
How cold is it in here?
I would like to know that.
Listeners need to throw in their votes on this.
Oh, yeah, put it in the comments, y'all. We need to hear it.
In Tampa Bay.
What's your coldest brewery? And if you've been to Commerce or Webb's, tell us how it compares to those.
We also have a list of who's not the coldest, and we're not gonna call you guys out.
I usually notice like hot places, like just I'm hot. So
when I walk up and the doors are open, I'm like,
no.
Yeah. So close your doors, even if you normally don't.
Unless you have one of those wind thingies.
Yeah, like right. You have to have it. If you don't have it right there. But yeah, literally, if you're marketing right now, everything should be surrounded by AC. Like I would literally be doing like little videos in a parka going, this is how cold it is, because I want people in. It is excruciatingly hot. And
blue
it is
colors in your marketing.
Everything should be blue and white and silver.
Yeah.
I want to feel like it's cold. But no, it's great. And honestly, if you are the coldest brewery, you're my next stop. Seriously. Like I'm on stop 17. You'll be number 18. Cause I'm so sick of the heat already and we have so much longer to go. But now, I mean, I think those are good. I think everybody's given some really good advice to breweries and to enthusiasts. Like I said, there's so many things that both breweries and beer enthusiasts can do for free to get through the summer. The summer is excruciatingly hard on everybody. We're all making less. We're all hurting. We're all kind of in this together. But there's a lot of things that you can do. And honestly, if you don't know what to do, I'll give you all the free advice you want. If you want to watch my videos, you can. If you want to call me, you can. If you want to email me, you can. And I know Taylor and Kat would do it too if they weren't if they weren't so busy. I'm just the one that doesn't have anything going on right now.
I'll talk to you.
I hear that. And all I can think is like another free thing to do is advertising in other markets.
Yes.
Facebook and Instagram are a great thing to advertise on, but there's a beautiful website called TampaBayBeerWeek.com.
Yes.
And you can post all your events free there online.
And I think that is something that maybe we need to put out for Tampa Bay Beer Week that will
100%
your events.
Absolutely.
I don't think people realize that.
Yeah,
we'll still put out your events.
I don't think that even craft beer enthusiasts or like the consumers, obviously the breweries know that we're a nonprofit organization, but like we exist year round throughout the 10 days of Beer Week, which I believe this one's going to be like March 6th through the 15th.
Yeah.
This upcoming 2027. But like outside of like, that's our chill week where we get to just go and enjoy and appreciate everything.
That's when we're like, woohoo, everybody else is throwing a party.
Don't you worry, girlies. I got some plans for the Beer Week website.
That's
and the Beer Week crew.
Okay. And honestly, if there's a lot of people who who follow Florida Brews Travelers, we actually will also post your events for free. If you look on Florida Brews Travelers, it does have the email, but even if you just hit me up and I'll post your stuff for free on there. I do write the news and do all the events for Florida Brews Travelers. So that also we send out in an email every Friday. So if you want to know what's going on around, you can sign up for the newsletter. We don't spam you. We don't sell your number. We're so very this is just about making.
You even have to say that, but that's kind of like the digital age that we live in right now. Like, I'm not trying to collect your data. I just want to give you information.
I just want to give you information. Florida Brews Travelers was also started because we wanted to make sure that beer enthusiasts could find good breweries and events at breweries. So you can go on there. It's searchable. So you can say, oh, I'm in Tampa, and it'll give you all the breweries in Tampa. And that's for any city in Florida. Okay. We do keep that updated as much as possible when breweries go out or come back or, are open. And we post events. If you're on social media, we're posting the events. We're posting it on the website. Every beer fest, every event that gets sent to us gets put on there. So if you're a brewery that wants more promotion, it's free. If you're a craft beer enthusiast that just wants to find more stuff as you're traveling, it's also free. But there are a lot of resources. Tampa Bay Beer Week is doing the same thing. So there's resources to know where to go. But again, even those resources, if you can't go out, hit share the websites, share those things out, because
leave a Mad Star Yelp review,
because those are free ways to say the people who are supporting craft breweries get a little higher in the algorithm. The people who are craft breweries are getting a little higher. Share it in all your community groups. Those are free things to do. And if you're a brewery, like anything that you thought, oh, I'll just wait until the fall, do it now. Right. Start it now, because these things take multiple cycles to become successful and effective. And if you're not starting now, then you're already behind the 8 ball when October and November hits. So that's
oh my God
for you.
Oktoberfest is coming up.
I know. Yeah. Middle of September starts Oktoberfest. I know.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be here before we know it.
How exciting.
I can't wait, because then here's the thing. You guys don't realize that I have been strategically planning this, because I am hitting every brewery in Tampa by Labor Day. And you know what happens after Labor Day? Almost there. And then every Oktoberfest in the area. So
everybody, baby.
Drinking, travel.
This is just training.
This is training.
This is just training.
I'm in training for when the real stuff happens. So just like I tell you to start now, I am starting now. So I'm getting ready.
Breweries and enthusiasts alike, start now.
Start today.
Oktoberfest games begin in T-minus
yes
112 days or something.
All right,
like
ladies, what do you guys have going on? Kat, where can people see you, or what do you have going on that you want to promote for everybody listening?
Let me think. I've been emailing like all of the humans. I feel like that little cat meme.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to say just got invited to Bolt's Brew Fest.
Yeah.
Which is in Tampa at the Emily Arena. So that is happening July 25th, which is the weekend before conference.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It's very hard to
definitely doesn't stress me out whatsoever. Definitely very excited to be there. I know that there's going to be a ton of breweries hanging out. So that was like my new exciting thing for this week. You can catch me at Mazzaro's on Saturday. And for those of you that don't know, Mazzaro's is like this little local Italian market. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's always like, I feel like I'm in New York when I go there, because I'm like pushing past people and like, I need my organic crumbs of crackers and things and artichoke hearts and things.
And our all the fresh made Italian cheeses.
Girl, the cheese is crazy. So I'll be there on Saturday doing a little sampling of our new brand boat drinks. So I'm really happy about that. And then, just getting prepped for the upcoming festivals. I mean, I know we keep talking about them, but it's literally just that's my job. That's what I'm doing now. So
they're coming up. Taylor, what have you got coming up?
Well, today I'm doing readings at SIP, and then I'll be at the brewery Friday and Saturday. And then next weekend will be my birthday party at the brewery.
Yes.
If anyone wants to come Dress
Yes.
however you
Yeah.
Dress to impress. It is blank comes into a bar.
Yeah, finish the punch.
Blank walks into a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finish the punchline. I am doing something cool this week. We have some regulars, Steve and Becky, who are going to. It's called Don't Tell Comedy. So you buy your ticket, and it's a comedy show, and they tell you what city it's in, but you don't get to know the location until 8 o'clock that morning. So I am going to. I have no idea where I'm
You
going.
going with them?
I'm going with.
That's awesome. How fun.
A lot of fun. It's going to be in Newport Richey. So some of the clients that I don't get to see all that much because I'm not in Newport Richey pouring beers anymore, I'm going to hang out with them in Newport Richey and go see some comedy shows. So that's going to be super fun. I will be at Unrefined on Sunday. And then we have if you are a woman in the fermented beverage industry, our mix and mingle for Pink Boot Society is going to be at Common Dialect on July 22nd at 7 o'clock. I'm super, super excited about that. I'm taking a
Me
bigger
too.
role in Pink Boots in this area. So Kat recommended me to the powers that be in the state. So I'm going to be doing that, which is just Jess, and she's amazing.
Jess is so amazing. I'm so glad. Pink Boots has had. I've been listening to so throughout this podcast, I've had like other people like recommend other podcasts to me, and I'm just so excited to like start listening to more
Yes.
beer podcasts because
Yep.
I'm a fucking nerd. But I've been listening to more about Pink Boots, and Jess is just like so spot on. It's so amazing, and so yeah, good for you, baby. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm actually so happy.
So that's super cool. And then of course we have conference at the end of the month. And then I will be in Tallahassee the whole week with Jess. So that Wednesday all the way through Sunday, I'll be there the whole week. So we're going to do a lot of Pink Boot stuff coming up the first week of August. If you're in Tallahassee, which I know I do have some people in Tallahassee, when I go up there, they come see me. So I'm going to be out and about in Tallahassee, learning much more about how Pink Boots operates so I can bring that to the Tampa Bay area and make sure that we are just doing some really cool stuff. We do have some other things planned that are not confirmed yet, so I can't wait to tell people about that. But
I
lots
know,
of Pink
same.
Boot stuff. I know. it's so hard to say. What do you have coming up?
Okay, I will say this. I'm gonna do a tap takeover when we go to Tallahassee.
Okay.
But I'm planning that around the girlies days in Tallahassee.
Okay.
So you're gonna have some lots of love being shared
I'm
about
super excited.
beer and beer babes. So
Yeah, I'm so excited to be up there with Pink Boots for that week. I was able because it's summer and I don't work hardly at all. I am able to take that time off to be able to go up there with everybody. So that's going to be super fun. But we will be back on next week with another. Who knows? Maybe I'll just yell at people again, or maybe I'll have calmed down and I'll be like, hey, everybody's great and I love you all and you're all doing amazingly well and there's nothing you could do better and that's great. I doubt it. I'm
I'll mix
so
it both.
the problem is it's just too hot. I am 47 years old and it's 4 million degrees outside. So this is what you get for the summer. There is not enough beer to overcome that. Sorry.
Drink up.
cheers to that. As I drink my Guinness at the bar.
I do.
In the middle of our 84. What is it today? I don't even know. It feels like 112. But
I know.
What are you drinking over there?
I have the Supreme Helios, the Hellas Lager from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. So
Man, I hate those guys.
I almost was afraid to say it because it's not a Reef Donkey, even though it's still one of their beers.
It's delicious.
Careful. Hellas.
I know. It's a good one.
We're going to get you.
Lager, but it's not a light lager, which is really where I, but
no,
it's full flavor.
It's perfect.
And it's good. It's a great beer. All right, ladies. Well, I will talk to you before next week, but nobody else will see that. So we will see everybody else next week, and I will talk to you guys offline. Bye.